Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Shy, that's
Nope.
Theta, and that's Shy, that's Theta, and we are here to watch some Vinland Saga together.
Hey, got it on the second time this time. It was pretty good.
Yeah, there we go. Just needs a little bit of coaching. But today we got a couple comments,
Like
so we're
every
gonna go
week.
ahead and see what everyone has to say. Up at the top here we have Nandi Shiravastava, Shiravastava, Nandi.
On the S.
The symbolism in this episode were great. One, Thor's was on the ground above the hell because he understood what a true warrior is, but the dead were still clinging to him because he did kill them. Two, Askeladd was in hell, but was not engaging in battle and only did engage to help Thorfinn. Three, as Askeladd said, he was the one to bring Thorfinn in this hell, and he was also the one who took him out of it as well. Four, in the end of the episode, we see Thorfinn creating life on farm, whereas in the last episode, he said that all he knew in his life was how to destroy, thus starting a new life. This scene was inspired by the eclipse from Berserk, of which Yukimura is a huge fan of. Thorfinn and Askeladd's relationship idea was inspired by Guts and Gambino. Also, Guts and Thorfinn, both in the beginning of the manga, and are pretty unlikely characters, but as the story progresses, they both undergo through insane character development, becoming strong and kind.
That's right, guys. I tricked you into watching Berserk the whole time. You fell for it.
No, how could you?
I want to remind that Griff is the only one who hasn't actually seen Berserk.
That's
And
not true. I haven't touched it.
The whole Guts Gambino thing is awkward considering the sexual relationship that goes on there.
Look, all I'm gonna say is, Thorfinn has a boyfriend now, and you can't change my mind. Anyway, I do agree on all the symbolism
Thorfinn had a
parts,
boyfriend
though.
before. Are you forgetting Canute?
We got a second one. He shops around, okay?
He decided he wanted more of a himbo than a twink, you know?
I do agree on all the symbolism points. Like, I think that episode did magnificent on that. But you two have to attest to how close it is to anything in Guts here.
Like
And
I
he's
said,
great.
I don't know jack about Berserk. I've never watched.
Oh, I thought
don't
you actually
know.
did. I thought you actually.
No.
I thought we had a conversation months
No.
ago that you had.
No, I know a couple of the tropes and the themes, and I know about Rape Horse, and that's about it.
Maybe I shouldn't ask about it. Let's go to
Yeah,
the
no, I'm not gonna
Gambino
talk
is
about
the
it.
worst of any sort of father figure, even though he's not at all a father figure. He R words, let's say. I don't want YouTube to demonetize off the bat for words in the text I've said. Guts as a
I should
child.
go ahead and use that word. You can go ahead and bleep that out or something.
Very fun. I see.
I don't want to add extra work to me in the editing. So.
All right then, that's mood as heck.
All right, up next we have Regenmacher 175, where Thorfinn's pacifism is not wrong. In fact, if more people were like Thor's and Thorfinn, the world might be a better place. But his oath of nonviolence is likely to get tested in the medieval environment he finds himself in. We'll just have to wait and see.
Of course, I disagree.
Yeah, that sort of seems to be the whole theme of the season there.
I mean, I disagree. I think that's a comment fingering me. Oh, yeah. Because of... yeah, because I think I said that specifically. That Thorfinn's pacifism is not well placed considering the world that he lives in. And I get the
I remember that.
I get the point that if more people were like them, sure, but they're not, and you can't force people into pacifism. That would be weird and awkward. The violent route to pacifism. I believe I saw that in Gundam Wing.
I guess the best thing I can say, in the show's defense, because, this is what, the show, is building around, as its core thesis, the entire time, is that being a pacifist doesn't mean you have to be defenseless. Being defenseless means you're harmless, not nonviolent. So, at some point, it would be perfectly okay for them to smash face as long as they don't,
Look, if the
do
whole
it out of
world,
their own anger.
If the whole world decided to join in Thorfinn's pacifism right now, we'd never have the United States.
So I'm gonna
I
go
see
ahead.
this as an absolute win.
So I'm gonna go ahead and schedule the Kumbaya circle for 6 o'clock. I'll see you all there.
I
I'll be
feel
there.
like if we were going to do this, we could go down an entire route of alternate history and how the world would actually be a worse place without the United States in it.
I
Oh,
mean,
But I don't
probably,
think you
and
want to engage in that, so I think we'll just move along.
yeah,
come
no, that
see us on
doesn't
our
sound
alt
like it's
history
Vinland
channel.
Saga.
But up next is Geralt of Arabia, who says Askeladd grew up hearing stories of the hero who would come back to save them, to the point that his mom gave him the same name as the said hero, Lucius Artorius Castus, and he took that to heart. To my mind, Thor's was that man for Askeladd when they met. Later, Askeladd saw that the future king in Canute, Thorfinn, might become the hero he needed in the end. Maybe that's a little bit of a stretch, but I think Askeladd could still have at least some hopes for Thor's. Then, like you don't drag him around forever and like have absolutely no opinion on him, right?
What?
Um, I feel maybe Askeladd expecting Thorfinn become the hero that he idolizes is maybe a step too far, at least considering where Askeladd left Thor's previously, which was the complete teardown of Thorfinn's revenge focused psyche.
Two things.
I was gonna say that's like the complete opposite of the direction his character's headed in.
Well, two
Yeah.
things. One, the
Like he can't
comment.
be the king of England.
The comment doesn't say that. You added the whole needed thing to the comment, and it doesn't say, since Thorfinn might become that hero in the end, it doesn't say Askeladd wanted him to become that hero in the end. And
Fair.
he didn't drag Thorfinn around. Thorfinn followed him because he was looking for that vengeance.
He could have killed him at any time. That's all I'm gonna say. That is
I mean,
a
clearly he couldn't have.
conscious choice.
Or are you talking about Askeladd?
I'm talking about Askeladd.
Askeladd had use for him. He was very useful.
Yeah, he didn't
He was an
drag him
angry fool who could
around,
just
though.
point at
He said,
things.
hey, Thorfinn, you want a shot at me? Do this.
Yeah, no.
Otherwise,
Every time, like literally, Thorfinn always broke off on his own, got his own food, did this and that. Like even day one when he was in the boat, he was like, he was just following us. Don't worry about it. He's just a kid. I got it." Like Thorfinn never considered himself part of the crew, and Askeladd never considered him part of the crew either. He was just an angry sword he could point.
yeah. But yeah, more so
They kind of
to
made a whole show of that when Askeladd chewed him out at the end, saying, "Dude, you had 10 years. What the hell?"
yes, but more so the comment puts all the onus on Askeladd to Canute, not Askeladd to Thorfinn.
Maybe I was just interpreting the comment differently, but that's okay. So that's all of our comments for right now. I guess let's just go ahead and briefly go over last time, which was Oath. After a drawn-out fight with the retainers over the damaged crops, Einar is still standing, and the retainers decide to withdraw. Thorfinn is unconscious, but finds himself hanging by his fingertips above a blood-soaked eternal battlefield where he's confronted by images from his violent past and the countless people he's killed. He sees Askeladd, who reminds him not to return to this pointless warrior's life, prompting Thorfinn to break free from the grasping corpses and return to the surface. He regains consciousness to find Einar also suffering from his injuries, and Thorfinn swears an oath to reject violence and atone for his past. Meanwhile, Pater presents the evidence of the retainer's mischief to Kettle, who decided that there will be no retribution against Einar and Thorfinn, and declares that the destruction of their crops was caused by wild boars.
You know, who needs Thorfinn right now? Einar won the fight, stayed conscious, plus he's the farmer.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to farm. Einar has all the skills we need right now.
That is true. Einar is currently pulling all the weight here, I think.
He's currently in a position to teach Thorfinn about like life instead of just being a bloodthirsty killer.
Mm-hmm.
He's very uniquely suited to be a sort of mentor for him in this instance, I think.
Yeah, I think like it's fun to contrast Einar with Thorfinn, where Einar is a much better put together person, but like has the capacity to end up on the same path as Thorfinn, where like he wants to do violence, he wants to get revenge, he has the capacity for it, he like you said, he could take out all four of those people, right? Uh But Thorfinn is there to be the lesson that no, you really shouldn't. You have it good technically as a person already.
Except for the fact that this is Einar defending himself and not going out of his way. I mean, certainly they walked down a road and attacked a bunch of people, but these are the people who are going out of their way to attack him. This is your pacifists can defend themselves mentality. So, in this one case, I still side with Einar. Those guys should have gotten their asses kicked. Yeah.
I think I definitely agree with that too. They definitely needed something to happen to them, and well, at least something did. But we are moving into the next episode, and honestly, with the way the last episode ended, well, what are we even going into next?
They didn't really leave us too much to go off of. I think they're just gonna start a thing.
I think we were going into Canute episode, actually, if I remember right.
Maybe.
We were getting a little bit of dream imagery with Canute over there, so I guess
it would be a good time to check on Canute. We just had a whole development arc with Thorfinn. Narratively, it would make sense to change perspective if they're planning on following multiple characters.
If they're planning to bring Canute back in by the end of the story anyway. If not, this is all just wasted time.
We're sort of like half following Canute right now. I don't know how he's going to be relevant to this, but...
Yeah, one assumes the stories have to cross before the end or by the end. Otherwise, again, it feels like wasted time.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's up to us to see if this episode can actually do the same for Canute that it just did for Thorfinn. This is going to be exciting. But before we go ahead and begin, let's go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check us out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Click that link down below. Join the Discord. Tell us who your favorite pacifist in anime was. Or is. Carve it in!
So
the more I listen to it, I really, really like this intro. But I can't, like, just listen to it going about my day like I can the other one.
What's the band?
I don't remember.
Oh, I thought you,
For the first one?
For this one.
Oh. I have no idea.
I mean, the first one was Survive, Said the Prophet, wasn't it?
I believe so.
That's the same,
Anonymous.
Has the same band as Made in Abyss, I thought.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And Log Horizon. No, it's Man with a Mission. Who did Man with a Mission do recently that we've been watching?
Huh, good question.
Which opening?
There was something, right?
Which opening of Log Horizon?
Database.
Oh. I don't know.
Did we watch something recently with them, or is that maybe I was doing something in my personal time?
I can't think of anything that we've done recently that sounds like Database, or at least as a vocals of.
Oh, Man with a Mission is just the band name. Okay, that was the name of the song. That'll be a harder dive.
Must have been something else I was watching.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure Man with a Mission's come up before.
I mean, I thought so.
So, something gonna happen to our plantation owner this episode?
Kettle?
Yeah, I couldn't remember his name.
There's stuff building around
Thorfinn,
Kettle.
you're looking a little healthy now. You're looking like you've been eating.
Well, of course, because the retainers aren't messing with him anymore, probably.
Oh, that would make sense.
He's growing the beard.
Not stealing half to 75% of the food.
Well, they'd leave him like, what, half a chunk of bread, maybe?
That's what Einar got first day.
Yeah, he's looking more like Askeladd than Thor's.
Didn't Thor's have black hair?
Yeah, it was like a deep brown.
That's a lot of progress.
His hair is still this, like his facial hair is the same style as Askeladd. You see that? He looks like a less scarred up Askeladd.
Yeah.
Less scarred up? I clearly do
I mean,
not
in the
remember
face.
Askeladd.
In the face. Didn't he have a big face scar?
I don't know, I was looking at shirtless Thorfinn. Was covered in
Oh,
scars.
yeah, no. I mean, I definitely meant in just the face. I might have been talking about how he looks like him in the face.
They just skipped 3 years.
They cleared out a lot of land in 3 years. Makes sense, though.
この前パテールさんが教えてくれたよ。この開墾地の次の収穫分で俺たちの自由が買い戻せる。
What could possibly go wrong?
いくらか釣りも来るらしい。
そうか。
Well, I mean, at that point, try and buy the land then, and just keep working.
自由になったら。
I think that's what a lot of them are doing.
どうかな。国に帰っても家族はもういねえし。
And you technically got a farm here already.
Oh, what the fuck did I say? Buy a boat, go to Vinland.
気が引けるよ。
No, that sounds too extreme, Theta. We
ア
can't
ル
do
ネイゼ
that.
さんも自由になれるんだったらな。
Yeah, no, she's
そしたらもっと晴れ晴れして気持ちになれる。
she's not going nowhere, buddy.
旦那は彼女を手放す気がないからな。
お前はトルフィン、やっぱりアイスランドに帰るのか。
うん、そうだな。
Oh?
多分。
Oh.
おい、ぼんやりしてんな。
お互い様だろ。
I mean, 3
He finds
years.
Leaf when he's free.
3 years and Leaf didn't drop by this farm, so...
いざ自由が目前に迫ってくると。
I really hope he finds Leaf when he's free.
I really
If
hope
he gets
Leaf's
free.
still
If something
alive.
doesn't stop him.
Dude was
Yeah,
getting old there.
Yeah, they said he wasn't like too old, like when they like gave his age, if I remember right, but he looked old.
I mean, to be fair, they didn't have the level of medicine and personal care 1,000 years ago we do today. People dropped dead at 30, and that was a long life.
Not to mention, Leaf has been like under stress for 2 decades at this point. Looking for Thorfinn.
お前はどう思う？エイナル。世の中から戦争と奴隷をなくすことはできないもんかな。
Yeah, maybe not in the next 1,000 years.
At the least, not in the next 1,000. He does have Thor's eyes, though.
そうだな。
The rest of him is Askeladd,
夢のようだな。
and I wonder if that's on purpose.
おお、ついに最後の一本をやっつけたな。よくやったぞ、二人とも。
旦那様。
どうだ、この土地は種まきまでに整地できそうか？
はい、急げば多分。
そうか。よし、では少し負けてやろう。種まきが済み次第、お前たち二人は自由の身だ。
What? All they have to do is sow the seeds?
よく
Wow.
頑張ったな、トルフィン、エイナル。
Oh, this man's gonna die.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is the most generous man in the world. They are dead.
なんだ、あまり嬉しそうじゃないな。あ、
いえおっしゃー。なあトルフィン、ついにやったな。
やった
イヤスマン。
Oh.
喜ぶのはまだ早い。
Stop, don't make me love
手
Thorfinn.
続きはわしが帰ってくるまで待ってもらうぞ。
あ、
Uh-oh.
お出かけですか。
ところでお前たち、横断難を知らんか？
こちらにはいらしてませんが。
そうか。
I'm so filled with anxiety. Everything is going to get ripped out under them. I can't.
Oh, absolutely.
Old
Oh.
masters died to old age. This man's about to head to England.
わしはハラルド王陛下のお見舞いに
Meet
ヒー
Canute.
リングの王宮へ行ってくるとな。だがまあ、種まきまでには戻るだろう。それまでに
I'm sorry, you have a skull on your belt? I think you might be the bad guy.
He's trying to be edgy. He's an edgy teen. I guess he's like 19
Well,
now
he's like
or something.
20, 21 now.
自由身分になったらこのままわしのところで奉公する気はないか？お前たちのような働き者なら歓迎だ。
I just read welcome a couple. I'm just like, yeah, they are.
Boyfriends. They were roommates.
But yeah, no, this guy's heading to meet King Harold, which you know, Canute's kind of...
He's heading to the meat grinders where he's going.
Sometimes I try to read things way too fast because I'm used to them, like, vanishing. Which means that I didn't fully get them and then realize I still have another minute to read.
Oh boy, warships.
I was not going to guess Canute.
Canute has a beard?
Yeah, he did last time too.
Like a beard?
Just a tiny one.
Well, that's different. I thought it was going to be Snake for a second.
That would have been a twist.
Colonel, I'm stuck in the Viking Age.
No, Snake, the guy who's been living with the old man.
My guard was so down. Like David Hayter voice and everything, it was good.
このようなところでじきに馬が整います。船室でお待ちを。
ここでよい。久しぶりの故郷だ。風に当たりたい。
I want to feel the breeze before I burn this place.
イングランドよりご無事の帰国。
He can look as tough as he wants. He still has pretty boy eyelashes.
ウルフよ。
Yeah, I
Oh
was
yeah, no
noticing
change
that.
though.
ご容体はどうか。
He has the most feminine eyes in anime.
思わしくございません。この一月はさらに病が進み、今はすでにお話もままならぬご様子でございます。
そうか。持ってどれほどか。
手当てのものの申しますには、
2,
この数日が遠い
1.
わかった。世の名代での見舞い、大義であった。 あの玉打ち遊び。子供の自分、兄王陛下はあれの得意な方だった。たまに世と遊んでくださった。
Flashback time.
よし、
Baseball.
をよく見ろよ、クヌート。城中の者らは次期王位をめぐって世と兄王陛下の間で反目し合っていたが、陛下ご自身はそんなことには頓着なさらなかった。行くぞ。それ。
殿下。
ラグナル。
To see Ragnar again. He was a good man.
おお。
I guess as good as a warlord can be.
なんと。
な、
He's wearing padded armor.
お前も少し過保護だぞ。もう少し。
お見事です。
You walked 2 steps forwards.
さすがは殿下。
I feel like Ragnar put him into the padding.
ありがとうラグナル。こんなに着てるから動きづらいんだよ。それに暑いよ。脱いでいい？
なりません。戦士たる者、備えを怠ってはなりません。聞いておられますか殿下。いついかなる時も
強く優しいお方だった。
And then my dad got a hold of him.
Yeah, probably.
お礼を申し上げねばな。
Ah, the PTSD, finally.
Right.
わっぱども、よそで遊べ。
ごめんなさい。
They're in a playground. They're in the designated play area.
まったく、子供というのは気楽な。いかがされましたか、陛下。
どうもせぬ。
Well, I'm glad he gets to suffer a little bit too. That's fun.
息子たちは父からそれぞれに半島を継承していた。兄ハラルドはデンマークを、弟のクヌートはイングランドを。関係は良好であった。クヌートのイングランド征服に際し、兄ハラルドは大艦隊を貸与するなど積極的に彼を支援していた。しかしクヌートのイングランド王即位後間もなく、ハラルドは病に倒れる。ハラルドに着手はいなかった。
クヌート兄様。ああ、本当にイヤリングにいらしてたのね。
陛下と呼びなさい、エストリズ。
急なんですもの。驚いちゃった。
Do we know an Estrid?
ご無沙汰しておりました。ハラルド。
They're a sister, I guess.
Man, you aged hard.
He looks just like his dad.
ハラルド
You
兄様。
know, dead.
クヌート兄様がお見舞いに来てくださったのよ。お分かりになるかしら。
よい、無理にお起こしするな。しばらく滞在する。 お話は陛下のお加減の良い時を選ぼう。ハラルド王、クヌートはこれに。ゆるりとお休みくださいませ。王国のことは 何も心配はございません。
そなたを待っていた。そなたにデンマークを譲る。
滅相なことを申されますな、ハラルド王。早くお元気になって、また玉打ち遊びにでも興じましょうぞ。
大したものだが、クヌート。よくもそ知らぬ顔でそんな嘘がつけるものだ。
Harold been poisoned this whole time.
自身が毒を
Ah, got it.
あ
とんだ茶番だな。それでお前は一体何を成し遂げるというのだ。
It's weird and psychopathic. I'm sure he loves his brother.
はそなたに好意
Just,
的であった。なぜ
you know.
殺す必要がある。共に世を治めることもできたはずだ。 王道楽土のためなどではない。そなたの心には野心が宿っておる。北海の帝王たらんという野心がな。
The crown made him do it.
それが呪いだ。王冠の
That we went
呪い
over
なのだ。
in season 1.
逃れられはせぬ。
I thought it was a metaphor, like more of a social.
デンマークとイングラン
Anyway.
I'm sure
I
it
don't
is.
ド。
I think it's still a metaphor.
Oh, okay.
倍苦しむことになろう。
Yeah, like the whole Spider-Man thing.
You know, out of the two ghost dads we have, this one is a little bit more on point.
I think we have 3 ghost dads if we want to count Askeladd.
That's fair, that's fair.
4 if you want to include Bill Cosby.
I don't want to include Bill Cosby.
大事ない。軽いめまいだ。
ご神女を用意してくれ。クヌート陛下は船旅でお疲れだ。
Why am I so like... I don't know. I'm appreciating seeing him suffer. I don't get it. I like Canute. He's interesting.
I think the show pointed it out for you. It's because he's being an ambitious royal king now.
What a weird show this is that I like Thorfinn and I'm like enjoying watching Canute suffer.
なんだ。
エストリズ様の追いつけでお飲み物をお持ちしました。
Astrid.
それはどこのものか。
Astrid knows.
どこと申しますと。
いらぬ。喉は渇いていない。
毒を恐れるは自身が毒を用いるからよ。のクヌート。
This man's head is
真昼
everywhere.
のお出ましとは。
So I did think it was going to be something along the lines of Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? And they're doing all these crown analogies. I didn't think the cursed head was literally going to be his dad's head.
独り言？
いつまでそこにいる？用はない。去れ。ラクド建設は国家の統一が前提です。王が2人いてはいずれ災いの元となる。ハラルド王の死は必要なのです。
なかなかどうして一人前の王の考え方をするようになったではないか、クヌートよ。
Trauma dad, like, how come you're the son that ended up like me? That's weird.
スベン王、かつて私はあなたを憎み、死を願った。だが今はどうだ。私が腹を割って話す。
You're my greatest advisor.
あなただけだ。仲良しましょうぞ。呪われた者同士。
Alright, so he's made peace with the fact that he's a monster now. We love that.
兄上、もう一回。
よし。行くぞクヌート。はい。
ハラルド。軍議だ。そなたも来い。
はい、父上。すまんクヌート。続きはまただ。
ありがとう兄上。
They were adorable as kids.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be done after we did the whole departing hand holding at his deathbed, but no, they just keep driving the trauma deeper.
俺や父上よりもだ。いいな。
Damn, we're getting the whole Canute deconstruction arc.
I mean, it almost feels like one of those anime things of, I would have given it to you if you had just asked. You didn't have to kill me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking here. He doesn't care. He would have done it.
私目が開いてですぞ。
ラグナルできるの？
それは心外な。ラグナル、かつては池のほとりの売り物ステーターされられ。
I love Ragnar.
Hold up, I need to hear about Ragnar's baseball career.
Yeah, let me get the spin-off anime.
Where are the stats?
King Cricket.
どうということはない。
I don't get it. He's Dickhead Supreme, and I don't like him, and yet I still feel for him.
I was trying to think it was like a game like baseball and volleyball at the same time, but then I tried to combine them, and I realized I can't, because it's like, okay, I'll take the base from the first one, and then the ball, no. Okay, I'll take the volley from the first one, and the ball from, no.
Trying to engineer the rules on the fly when really the rules are Calvin Ball. Just toss the ball and make up whatever.
I actually kind of half expected the real anime move before we said that Harold was poisoned, that he was just gonna leap out of his bed and challenge. Haha, I got you. Boom.
I'm immune to poison, sucker.
Instead, we got this quiet, somber episode, just driving in all the drama of it, and it did great for sure.
Well, because we're being foreshadowed with the fall again of Thorfinn and the rise of Canute. Canute gains in power while Thorfinn's imminent hope withdrawal is already being foreshadowed.
Oh
gosh, we're gonna suck Thorfinn back into the battlefield, or try to.
Well, obviously somebody else is going to have to take over the farm, and they're either going to be an incompetent son or the warmonger son.
Right. Interesting.
It does look like the incompetent son who has a skull for a belt buckle might be the baddie.
He's an edgy boy,
Whoa,
alright?
who saw that one coming? Any of us? Did any of us predict that? All of us? I don't know.
My read on it was that he was gonna get himself killed there.
No, it looks like he's punishing them for something.
Maybe. Well, gonna have to see on that one, but oh gosh, yeah, if he comes back and says I know Kettle said that you were about to be free, but I've changed my mind. Forever. You're here forever.
I mean, best guess is that they mentioned that they've seen the old man in a while, and maybe the retainers killed the old man and made it look like they did it, knowing how close they've been to the old man this whole time.
There has been a 3-year gap. At any point, maybe he actually got in good with Fox and everybody.
I was gonna say he was kind of trying to get in good with those retainers there, the Watchmen there. I wouldn't be surprised if he does something stupid to get their attention, or if they know he's gonna take it over and they're tired of the old man, they're like, let's get rid of him and we'll write off his success. I could see that happening as well. They already kind of walk around the place like they own it.
Well, I'm just saying because they've dropped that into our midst as well. At the tail end. Hey, have you seen the old man in a while? No.
Yeah.
Oh. So,
plus, they have every reason to have it out for Einar and Thorfinn personally. I mean, they're the reason that Kettle had to crack down on them.
All I gotta say is, check out on your elderly loved ones every now and then. You don't know if they've been dead for a week.
Yo, that is uncomfortably real.
That is terrible.
I don't know if they've got a cat and the cat's looking fatter than normal.
Honestly, if
Oh,
I
damn
die
it.
and somebody doesn't catch on at some point, I hope my cat eats me.
I mean, if I die, I don't give a shit anymore.
Look, what I want done with my body after I die isn't legal, alright? But if I could, I would just have them drop it in the middle of some forest nobody hangs out in. Return me to nature in the proper way. So having my body used to sustain my cat, it's the same thing. I'll take it.
The
It's
circle
just
of
my
life
cat instead of
continues.
mushrooms.
Put my
So
body in the middle of a haunted house. For
So, yeah.
ambiance.
Oh, hang on. Maybe I can sell my body to Spirit Halloween after I die.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait a
leave
second.
it in
This is
like a
actually a
will
dead
for
body.
someone.
This is actually a dead body.
And it's discounted to $5. You can be yours today.
Honestly, that's more than I would pay for my body. That's pretty good. It's
There you
not a bad
go.
deal.
So
You can take that however you want in any context. I'll beat you to the comments, commenters.
There you go. Alright, so everybody, I think that we'll go ahead and call it for today. This has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin. That's Shy. That's Theta. And we'll
Nice.
catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?